I've lately begun to wonder whether or not G2A is the worst key site on the internet until I learned about Kinguin. Both sites are pretty similar in that keys are sold by third-party sellers with their random Steam key packs being just as terrible, which is why today I decided to compare random Steam keys from Kinguin and G2A to see which site is truly the worst. Just like before, I made sure to choose packs that are priced similarly, though Kinguin seems to add an entire dollar service fee on top of my purchase. I should also mention that for the first time, my card was actually declined. Either my bank recognized Kinguin as a fraudulent charge due to refund request, or it was because I had spammed the claw machine earlier that day. My point still stands though, this site is something else. Before I dive into these games, I want to make something very clear. Do not buy keys from either of these sites. Now, let's compare the games in order once again, starting off with City Construction Simulator from Kinguin and The Bite from G2A. We'll start with City Construction Simulator. In this game, we play as a construction worker as he completes his daily tasks. These tasks include driving, picking up and placing objects, taking apart and rebuilding a little shed, and best of all, parking. The driving controls could use a bit of polish. No shot. Ooh, a little bit of an obstacle course. Oh shit. Oh fuck. I also don't remember bushes being made of reinforced steel. That's about all the jokes I have for this game. There's literally nothing else to talk about. I tried going around the city hoping to find something funny, but it's just empty. These asshole developers couldn't even be bothered to create unique levels. They just copy, pasted, and called it a day. That's not even an exaggeration. Level fucking 9 and level 10 are the exact same level. I'm just astonished. I'm just astonished. Anyways, let's just take a look at The Bite. This time, you control a little cube as you complete some obstacle courses. You can pick up these white cubes that allow you to place a platform or take a different form. You can super jump by pressing shift and W at the exact same time, though your energy bar still goes down if you missed, and you can shoot little pellets. The level design is honestly quite abysmal. Here, you're supposed to press this button and take the platform. However, the platform moves so fast that it's impossible to reach it in time. The only way I was able to beat this stage was by using my massive brain and cheating the game. I'd honestly like to know how the game ends, but the game is unbeatable due to poor stage design. In the 5th or so stage, you're supposed to make your way up this hole, but as you can see, there are no platforms. You obviously can't land on the spikes, you can't place blocks since you don't have any, the edges are too smooth, and there's nothing else within this stage. According to the game's description, there is a jetpack. Whether that jetpack is a usable item or a keybind, I have no idea. After all, I can't even check my keybinds because the game has no menu. Either I'm absolutely stupid or this game is unironically unbeatable. $25 by the way, $25 fucking dollars. Regardless, I'm still giving the point to Kinguin here. I was still able to find more enjoyment in those 10 minutes on The Bite than all my time on Construction Simulator. Anyways, next up we have a drone delivery from Kinguin and valuable cargo from G2A. Let's start with valuable cargo this time. In this game, we use our forklift to bring these boxes to the checkpoint and finish the level. At least that is what's meant to happen. Half the time, these boxes don't even register due to the game's shitty design. Not to mention, the movement in this game is horrendous. Go, we don't have time for this. Jesus, these wheels are made out of Legos. Turn. Oh my god, I fucking tapped out. Turn. Look at this fucking game. This game has the worst controls I've ever seen. 60 seconds isn't enough for the god-awful controls that this game has. There are 30 levels, but it's pretty clear that all 30 levels are just a combination of this. There's just nothing else to say other than it's priced at $60 whole. Let's just get into drone delivery. This might actually be peak. What the fuck is this? In this game, you play as an Amazon delivery drone, picking up packages and delivering them. The packages range from items such as pizzas, even pizzas. Did I mention pizzas? And let's also not forget pizzas. I'm obviously exaggerating. There are a couple of other items, but they're all locked until you finish the first 6 pizza levels. Just like valuable cargo, the entire game takes place in this one single map. The controls are also just stupid. You can only move in the basic 4 directions, with this lever being the only way to ascend or descend. However, depending on which direction you're moving, the lever can go against your input. Not to mention, the packages are usually placed on the opposite side of the map. Since you already move slower than a turtle, this is what the game looks like 99% of the time. These developers truly cannot stop posting bangers. Regardless, I'm giving the point to G2A this time. Although drone delivery was extremely boring and repetitive, at least the game worked. At least I wasn't fighting against the vehicle's mechanics just to make it to my destination. At least the the level actually finished once completing my task. Anyways, let's see who breaks this tie by looking at Ghost from the House of Flesh from Kinguin and Dirty House from G2A. Ghost from the House of Flesh is a game that doesn't seem to comprehend the concept of punctuation. There is an ancient legend that said that somewhere in the world of the dead, at the edge of the forest, there is a nondescript house, but inside it consists of flesh. Ghosts live in it and can fulfill desires. And a man named David decided to turn to them for help. That was one whole sentence. We play as Dave, a man who is suffering from a rare disease. In order to obtain the cure, the ghosts basically want us to play tag with them. We win, we live. This is the game, clearly made in the same engine as Pong. Okay, maybe I'm being a little too harsh, but this is literally it. You just walk around, collect totems, and move on. I will give them props for at least trying to include a story, and I can't lie, there were a couple of times their shitty jump scares actually got a reaction out of me. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. I promise that was not a real scream. I did not actually get scared of a fucking PNG image, okay? What I don't like about this game though, besides everything, are the fake reviews. Dave, like most F1 cars, take a moment to get going. But boy, when he does, 11 out of 10, best pinball game on Steam. Can't wait to have a friend absolutely murder me. There is absolutely no way in hell you can convince me that was a real review. They didn't even get the genre of the game correct. This was like saying CS2 is the best JRPG on Steam. Let's move on to Dirty House. In this game, we play as a maid whose job it is to clean the average Twitch streamer's room. That's it. I really don't know what more I'm expecting at this point. It is somehow even more boring than 2D WASD Simulator. I tried so hard to at least come up with a couple of jokes, but I just can't. The game is literally walk around, pick up trash, place it, and move on. You know why it's this way? It's because it's made by the exact same developers of Valuable Cargo, Grassfield Entertainment. The same people that probably have never played a video game in their lives. At least I got a good laugh every time I shit my pants with House of Flesh, but there was just nothing fun about Dirty House. So G2A gets a point once again. Now we can move on to Lion King Simulator from Kinguin and Extreme Riding 2 from G2A. Starting with Extreme Riding 2, this game is basically one of those generic obbies you see on Roblox. You get a car, drive through an obstacle, and that's it. If you were expecting more, you clearly haven't learned your lesson. Since the game is designed with less intelligence than a peanut, your already slow speed is constantly interrupted by slopes and ledges. In this stage, you're meant to jump over this hoop and land on the other side. However, you will never reach a fast enough speed to successfully make it through due to this slope. You have to change cars in order to make the jump, but my game guy Johnny Bravo didn't tell me that. If my brain was any smaller, I probably wouldn't have even known. Other than that, this game is literally nothing besides a small obstacle course for 30 levels straight. I'd have more fun on Bike Obby. Just in case you were wondering, this was also made by Grassfield Entertainment. However, this game is nothing compared to Lion King Simulator. Oh my god, this is amazing. This time, we play as the Lion King, hunting down zebras to feed our little family. The best part about this game is its incredibly rendered models. The gameplay itself is pretty buggy. Oh my god, he's wave dashing. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, is he dead? What's going on with him? Oh my god, what's going on? Yes, die! What? Oh, I can't, no! The world is vast and I'm falling right back down. Oh, what is going on with me? Not to mention including a joystick that does nothing and an amazing vertical jump that takes you from point A to point A. The entire game takes place in this one map, but the spawn points are all completely random, meaning your target can either spawn close to you or far away, making it impossible to reach all of them within the time limit due to your stamina. It's great that there are so many other animals populating the wilderness, but every single level just has us killing zebras and nothing else. So what even is the point? Not to mention it's made by the exact same developer as the previous Kinguin games, excluding House of Flesh. They don't have the balls to list it on their page, but I think it is visually obvious. Kinguin gets an obvious point here. At the very least, Extreme Riding's levels were impossible to finish usually, and the game, despite being an extremely obvious asset flip, at least worked, okay? Either way, we're down to another tie, meaning this final comparison will determine the true champion. Those games being The Abyss from Kinguin and Forest Crossroads from G2A. Let's start with The Abyss. In this game, you're a ball that endlessly drops down an abyss. As you fall, you'll be able to collect and fuse with other balls to help you make it to the bottom. There are your basic balls, explosive balls, ice balls, protection balls, and probably many more balls that I haven't balled enough to see yet. Unlike most Unlike most games in this similar style, there is a correct and wrong path. The reason I say this is because going down your own path will either not allow you to collect enough crystals to move on, or your balls will be out of order, making it impossible to pass certain barriers. There's nothing more to this game other than balls. I just love playing with balls. Let's now look into Forest Crossroads. Here, we play as a wandering traveler that doesn't know how to stop moving his legs. After talking to the strange old man and obtaining his sword, we can begin our journey through the forest, defeating any bad boys we encounter. This game is basically Terraria, but somehow 10 times more boring, in my opinion. Terraria players can maul in the comments, okay? The most annoying aspect of this game is your attack. You only get 3 strikes before your character is tired, even though the enemies can keep going till morning. It's not that bad at first, since the attacks from the first couple of enemies are pretty easy to dodge once you get the rhythm down. However, later on, more bosses with different attacks come into play that just make defeating them even impossibler. Jesus, I'm so confused that I'm making up words now. I'm sure it comes as no surprise that this game was also made by Grassfield yet again. Once I realized this, I couldn't be asked to continue knowing the game would just be an endless side scroller. But which game out of these two was worse? Which site takes home the crown for the worst Steam key site? Plot twist, motherfucker. Both of them are getting a point. Both of these sites are equally as bad and scummy. It wouldn't be right of me to say one is worse than the other. Not only did both packs sell me microwave ready games, they were literally all made by the exact same developers, with the exception of these 3. If you don't know, these games are all priced high to give the illusion of value. Now, if they say your pack includes a $60 game, they're technically not lying. 30 House is $60 after all. Even in the small, and I mean minuscule, chance you get an actually decent game, there's no point. Since these keys are usually stolen, the developer can just terminate your key and you're cooked. You just lost your money and your game. You're hilarious if you think Kinguin or G2A are going to give you a simple refund. If you watch this entire video and are still unironically considering buying packs from either of these sites, you need your access to money revoked. If you really want to test your luck with these packs, just purchase them from Fanatical. Not only do they hand out actually decent games, but from what I hear, their keys aren't actually stolen. In the end, I'm just happy that I can finally get rid of these games from my computer. Quick thank you to all existing and new Pookie Club members. Unfortunately, I cannot say every single name because I was never expecting there to be this many members, and YouTube doesn't like it when you extend your video outros for way too long, but I obviously appreciate every single one of you, and you are all still up on my wall regardless. Other than that, thank you all for watching, and ciao ciao.